Now, let's move on to the next verse, which follows the most famously recognised melody of the song La Vie En Rose. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. So the rest of the song is very romantique or romantic. So the first line, Quand il me prend dans ses bras, quand il me prend dans ses bras, means when he takes me in his arms. This is pretty much a straightforward translation. The verb prendre means to take, and it's a slightly irregular verb. But the useful thing is there are a lot of verbs that contain prendre, and they're conjugated in the same way. In the present tense, you have je prends, which means I take or I'm taking. Tu prends, you take or you're taking. Il prend, he takes or he's taking. Elle prend, she takes or she's taking. Nous prenons means we take or we're taking. Vous prenez, you take or you're taking. Ils prennent, they take or they're taking. In the past tense, the past participle is pris, P-R-I-S. So, j'ai pris means I took or I've taken. The verbs that follow the pattern of prendre include comprendre, which means to understand. We get the English word comprehend from this. Apprendre means to learn. Entreprendre means to start doing or to undertake something. Reprendre means to have another. C'est prendre deux means to fall in love with, or in English we also have the phrase to be taken with. Se méprendre means to be mistaken. Surprendre means to surprise. So if you take the prendre part of any of those verbs, you can conjugate it in the same way as we conjugated the verb prendre. The next line is Il me parle tout bas. Il me parle tout bas, which means he speaks to me in a whisper. Il me parle tout bas. Il me parle is pretty simple. He speaks to me. The tout bas literally means all low. But in English, we tend to say speak in a whisper. But I suppose you could say he speaks to me in a low or quiet voice. The word bas can be used as a noun or an adjective in French. If you use it as a noun, le bas, it can mean the bottom. But when you use it as an adjective, bas, it means low. Les annotations sont en bas de page. Les annotations sont en bas de page. The notes are at the bottom of the page. The adjective bas in the feminine becomes basse, B-A-S-S-E. J'ai trouvé 2 chaises basses pour les enfants. J'ai trouvé 2 chaises basses pour les enfants. I found 2 low chairs for the children. Elle raconte une histoire à voix basse. Elle raconte une histoire à voix basse. She's telling a story in a low voice. So, à voix basse means in a low voice. Il parlait tout bas. Il parlait tout bas. He was speaking quietly. Des hauts et des bas. Des hauts et des bas means highs and lows. Depuis la mort de son mari, elle a des hauts et des bas. Depuis la mort de son mari, elle a des hauts et des bas. Since the death of her husband, she has highs and lows. You can also use bas de. in front of an item of clothing to say the lower part of it. Bas de maillot. Bas de maillot means bikini bottoms. Bas de pantalon. Bas de pantalon, the bottom of the trousers. Bas de pyjama. Bas de pyjama, pajama bottoms. Bas de survêtement. Bas de survêtement, tracksuit bottoms. Bas du dos. Bas du dos, the lower back. So Édith Piaf sings Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas. When he takes me in his arms, he speaks to me in a whisper. And then she sings the famous line, Je vois la vie en rose. Je vois la vie en rose. Literally, this means I see life in pink. But I suppose it's better to translate it as something like, I see life through rose-coloured glasses, meaning she sees the good things in life. The je vois part comes from the verb voir, which means to see. It's an irregular verb. The past participle is vu, vu. So j'ai vu means I saw or I've seen. In the present tense, you have je vois, which means I see. Tu vois means you see. Il voit, he sees. Elle voit, she sees. Nous voyons means we see. Vous voyez means you see. And il voit means they see. The word for goodbye in French is au revoir, which comes from the verb voir. The revoir part is another verb meaning to see again. So literally, au revoir means until the seeing again, or until we see each other again. There's also another famous song in French that has the title Ce n'est qu'un au revoir, which is the French equivalent of the song Auld Lang Syne. In French, the lyrics go, Ce n'est qu'un au revoir, mes frères, ce n'est qu'un au revoir. Oui, nous nous reverrons, mes frères, ce n'est qu'un au revoir. The meaning of ce n'est qu'un au revoir is it's only a goodbye, but it's because in French there are two different ways to say goodbye. You can say adieu, which is sort of a goodbye forever, and it's used when you're not going to be seeing each other again. If you break it down, you get à Dieu, which means to God, meaning next time we see each other we'll be with God. It has the same origin as the Spanish word adios, although the French word adieu is rarely used in everyday conversation. It's reserved for novels and dramatic TV shows. The preferred way of saying goodbye in French is au revoir, which we now know means until we see each other again. So ce n'est qu'un au revoir means it's only an until we meet again and not a goodbye forever. The ce n'est que bit uses the negative ne que, which means only. You can put ne and que around any verb to say only in French. So j'ai un fils. J'ai un fils means I have one son, but if we put ne and que around it, we get je n'ai qu'un fils. Je n'ai qu'un fils. I have only one son. Je n'ai que $3. Je n'ai que $3. I have only $3. Je n'ai donné que 5 euros. Je n'ai donné que 5 euros. I gave only 5 euros. So the que replaces the pas. Je ne parle que français. Je ne parle que français. I speak only French. Il ne voit que les films américains. Il ne voit que les films américains. He watches only American films. The first time I heard the expression ne que was when I was learning French at college. We were in a classroom with the teacher, and another teacher walked in. Our French teacher said, Il ne reste que 5 minutes. Il ne reste que 5 minutes, which means there are only 5 minutes left. So, il ne reste que 5 minutes, there are only 5 minutes left. Let me just quickly translate that verse of the French Auld Lang Syne. Ce n'est qu'un au revoir, mes frères, ce n'est qu'un au revoir. Means, it's only a goodbye, my brothers, it's only a goodbye. Oui, nous nous reverrons, mes frères, ce n'est qu'un au revoir. Oui, nous nous reverrons, mes frères, ce n'est qu'un au revoir. Yes, we will see each other again, my brothers. It's only a goodbye. The bit where it says nous nous reverrons means we will see each other again. The future stem of the verb revoir, meaning to see again, is rever, spelt R-E-V-E-R-R. So the future stem of the verb voir is ver, spelt V-E-R-R. So the future tense is je verrai, meaning I will see. Tu verras, you will see. Il verra, he will see. Elle verra, she will see. Nous verrons, we will see. Vous verrez, you will see. And ils verront, they will see. There's a nice expression in French, on verra bien, which means we'll see, as in time will tell. On verra bien.